What's up, guys? MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. And this video is going to be talking about the new age of EA Sports UFC. Actually, not really, but basically this is a post-patch commentary. Going to be talking to you guys about some fights that have been happening. In this particular fight, I am using Iron Tim Kennedy. This is in the red belt division. Round one number here, going up against Johnny Bones, the champion, current light heavyweight champion. Let me know if you think he is the best, the GOAT. If you think he will go down as the best fighter ever in the comments, let me know. Also, let me know who you want to see in future videos in the comments as well. What fighter you want to see me use, and any cool suggestions you might have for video ideas. Go ahead and let me know those in the comments. Want to let you guys know also too that the top 5 is coming back for this month, and we got some really good submissions for that. But basically what I want to talk about, as you can see me kind of just working him in the clinch right here, and I'm about to get a beautiful throw, I believe. Boom! Great judo throw. This is I kind of spazzed out here. That's a tip not to do right there. I get into that weird position, and I'm actually not comfortable in that position. I'm not familiar with the visual cues on which way to deny, so I usually get flipped really easily. So because I'm unsure where to go, left or right. I just haven't practiced that position. It's something I am going to do, but so I put him in a sub really quick and then let him out, but then that still flipped me over. So lesson learned there. But basically, yeah, Iron Tim Kennedy, if you didn't know, he has absolutely brutal punches. That's why I call him Iron Tim Kennedy. But anyway, basically the whole point of, playing, look at that, another throw right there with Tim Kennedy. The way you got to beat a lot of people right now, the competition is on a whole nother level for 2 reasons, really. Well, first, they changed the way the rank points work, so now there's actually a higher incentive not to lose and more incentive to win. So those 2 things, because when you lose, you'll actually lose rank points and go down on the leaderboard, which didn't actually used to happen as far as I understand. And also there's more incentive to win, because if you get the belt at the end of the season, you're going to get a lot of extra points. I think it's like 35 points or something. So there's a huge incentive to really go for the win. So what do you get with that? Well, you get a lot of people that are using the top-rated fighters, which, is understandable. So you got to deal with that. The other thing is they are really, it's really competitive. Now, so I think it will slowly start to get less and less competitive as time goes on. Not in the sense that people don't want to win, but people will just try to have a little bit more fun. And I'm still having fun with the game right now. It's just that you really have to be focused. I can't completely goof around like I used to. So it's still fun for me, because I just really been, working my submissions, jiu-jitsus, stuff like that. But Tim Kennedy is a really good fighter. If you guys haven't used him, he can actually compete with anyone in the division, I think, mainly because of his leg kicks, which is another thing. A tip that I want to let all you guys know, if you are in like black belt, red belt, even brown belt, probably in all the belts really, is you want to keep track. Since it's more competitive and people are going for the win more, what's going to happen is people are going to risk less. So when they risk less, what they do is they don't open themselves up as much, because they're not risking anything. And when they don't open themselves up for counters or anything like that, what you get is kind of slower fights that go to decision a lot more. Now, so with that, now you have to worry about the decision. And the way you want to do the decisions is, it's fine that it goes to decision, because you can still get the win. You just have to switch into that mode, that decision mode, a lot earlier than before. So kind of like, you have to sort of gauge your opponent and see, is this guy even trying to be aggressive? Is he even trying to, is he leaving any openings at all? Or is he just completely being, he's blocked up, just picking shots here and there, or is he risking it? If he's risking it, you can actually go for the finish and you can look to counter him. But if he's not, then you want to actually probably go for the decision. Now, when you're going for the decision, what you want to do is you want to keep in your head like a mental track of the significant strikes, basically, and just the overall feel and damage. And also keep in mind how much you cause your... This is something that I figured out. I don't know if it's actually completely true, but what I've noticed is if I can make them... the more I can get the controller to rumble, like if I feel it, the strike hit more, as he gets that huge takedown right there. Nice takedown by Johnny Bones. If you can get the controller to rumble more, then that's a good sign. That means you're getting real good damage done. So by keeping that in your head on track of, you know, who's winning each round, then you can have a good sense. And then you can know, because maybe you get, you know, you're like, okay, I know I lost that round. Okay, I know I lost the next round. Well, basically, depending on your points, the third round, I mean, if you're going for the win, you can still get like 1 point on the season, I think, if you lose a decision. So maybe you do need that to stay in your belt and not get relegated. So that's a good thing to keep in mind too. Basically, you have to think about more things about the actual season points and stuff and the rank points. Like me personally, I don't care about the rank points at all. I just really focus on whether or not I can stay in red belt, because I have been getting relegated quite a bit just because of I've been using a thing on the Twitch stream called the Fighter Wheel, which if you guys do watch the Twitch stream, you know about the wheel. And it's basically a fighter wheel that spins, and I ran it. Anyone who's watching the live stream gets to choose the fighters, and then I put all those fighters on a wheel, and then we spin the fighter wheel, and then whichever fighter it lands on I pick. So I do get quite a few losses with that, but it's all fun. And definitely come check out the stream. We will be streaming today. And other than that, that's basically it. You know, it's definitely tough, still taking people into deep waters, but in this fight, it's just decision, and I don't really look for the finish, but if it comes and they get reckless, which a lot of people do get reckless in that third round, that late third round, that's when they start getting reckless, and that's when you can take their heads clean off. But I do get mounted right here. That's another tip too. A lot of these people's ground game is just insane, so you really want to get good at denying the takedowns as well as denying the clinch. And if you didn't know, the way that you deny the clinch is R2 and up on the right analog stick, and the way you deny a takedown is R2 and down. So get good at that. Practice that as much as you can if you are a striker and you're not familiar with the ground game. But this, at the end of the third round here, he starts to get a little bit reckless. Catch him with a crazy combination. Look at that leg kick. This fight is over. Tim Kennedy. Guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Also, make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of the Fight Over podcast. We will be having a special guest. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch TV. The stream will be going live later today, guys. Big shout out to all the support. Until next time, this has been MMA Game. Peace.